We're here today and welcome to Estrella at Broadmoor Property Tour. This is where we're gonna show a little bit of the glimpse of the property. I like about this part of, because you can see all the apartments across. This is a senior living right here. There's a school over there, and it's a very nice and peaceful. So let's go and let's show you.
So right here, Neander, if you see, we have the mailbox on the sidewalk, so that's make easy for the post office.
And this is something that I like about this property. It's very well taken care of. It some small details, for example, like little balloons and stuff. It's just a little sign of things like that you care. You know, you're inviting people over, and it's very nice. And look at the garden.
And then if you see, and also across the street, it's like a retirement community.
Yep.
And then and you see, so peaceful and quiet. And then that's make it more attractive for families that has kids, because the schools around. So there's no much people looking after their kids. They can walk to school and come back, and so that's
absolutely. So let's take a look at inside. So this here, it's the leasing office. The windows has been replaced, I think almost 95%.
95%. It's energy save windows, so it's a window that help us to save energy, so that's really important.
You know what I'm gonna say, right? So one of the things you guys probably saw in my videos online, I freaking hate when there's people getting pulled, but this is a great incentive for them to collect. So the way to see they're being using it, so that's awesome. Now we're gonna show you guys the pool. So here's the pool. They have a nice brand new furniture, and they're being resurfaced and redone. Eduardo, I think on the takeover day, the barbecue is gonna be right here.
Right here, for sure.
Probably being our bathing suits this day, right?
Yeah, and then on our business plan also, Neander, we want to do that triangle shade, modern style triangle.
So putting a pole here, pole there, and
another over there, and then the tent on the cover, so people can have more shade, because you see there's no tree around, there's nothing here. So
it's soon approaching Halloween season, man, and we have already decorations on the window. Look at that, that's really cool.
You see all the windows are new. The property is really well maintained.
Okay, so on our business plan, something we want to do here, they have a little barbecue pit right there. So we're gonna create a little pergola around, probably put a seat or two here. It's a nice little area in the middle, and I think it'll be a nice amenity for the residents here.
So look this.
The quality of tenants.
The quality of tenants. Look how the tenants made his own little yard.
So we showed you a little bit on the outside exterior. It looks extremely nice. And I might be asking, so what is the upside here? What is the value add? Well, we're gonna bring values inside of the apartments. Inside has a lot of potential to increase. So when we run to the comps here and we do the survey, we found out that our competition, so other properties around here, has a lot of superior interiors than this one.
Yes.
So even though this one looks really nice on the outside, with, you know, probably the current owner now, they ran out of the, you know, the capex budget. They spend a lot of deferred maintenance on the outside curb appeal. Now our new owners is to come in and
do a new renovation on units, new floorings, new cabinet fronts, and bring it up. We're gonna test out with stainless steel appliance and see how that goes, and then move on that path.
So this is the fence for the actual school. Yeah. If I live this close, and let's say I have to be in school at 8, I will be here at 7:55. I'll be getting up, putting my pants, and just like, let's go. But so I just want to show you, like, it's really close. It's like right there. So when we're actually doing due diligence, we're here, and you see the footage right now. They did all this repair in the parking lot. And the parking lot is one of the things that's kind of expensive.
Yep, and also it's sometimes the city is a city requirement. So the city comes, and if you have a bad asphalt or a bad parking lot, they make you do it. So that's really good. That property, it's already taken care. We're not gonna have any issue with the city. So.
Right, it's funny because when we actually start underwriting this, we put on a budget. So when we saw this make it was like, yes, and we just off the list, let's spend it someone else.
Yeah. And right here we have the chiller and the hot water boiler. It's so quiet because it's brand new. So sometimes when it's old chiller, the chiller is so noisy. That's one thing. This chiller is only 3 years old, it's quiet, it's working great.
So a lot of people talk about chillers, right? It can be a deal breaker for some people. Some people don't mind at all. Look, the secret with the chiller is this. How old is your chiller? That's the first thing you gotta know. It doesn't even need to have a due diligence to know how old is the chiller, which this one is brand new. It's like, what, a couple of years old?
3 years old only.
So it lasts about 15 to 20 years. So our strategy is not to keep the property that long anyway, but you have to check also the records of the maintenance.
And do a yearly cleaning maintenance.
So everything checks out. When the chiller is more than 10 years old or 15 years old, that's why you budget on your underwriting in case it goes, you need to replace it. But here is something that we're not putting into a consideration. It's still under the warranty anyway. So
another thing I like in chillers, Leandro, is the size of the chiller.
Yeah.
So if you have like a big property, but the size of the chiller is small, you're gonna have a problem. So right here, the size it's like 1.5 bigger than what we need. So we are definitely fine. The property, all the rooms, when you go, if you see around, you don't see any AC windows on the property. So that's a big point for us. So.
Check. So we actually got a chance to walk into one of the units now. They're just finishing replace the cabinet, do some touch-ups. But you can see actually the difference when some other class apartments that we've been, that the apartment when they move out looks like trashed out. And this one is actually okay, I'm sure there's nothing. But this is still the classic units. You can see the kind of cabinets, the handles. So just doing little touches here, for example, putting a backsplash in the kitchen.
Stainless steel handles.
The brush nickels, the handles to come out, and some of the new appliances. And we even talked about it the other, if we have, we're still putting the budget together, but maybe change a little bit of the configuration of the kitchen, make this more of a nice bar or something. I don't know, it's just smaller ideas to implement here, which that's gonna be where we're gonna implement. We are right in front of the Idea Public School. It's a beautiful school actually, and it looks like it's almost brand new, and they're expanding the back, and the property's right there.
Yeah, we can see the roofs right there. So.
Yeah, so
here's the front.
It's right across the street. And when we're doing the lease audit, we see that we have a lot of kids, and some of the kids actually go to the school. Most of the times, like a lot of people, they choose their residence according to the school district and whatever. So big plus, I love schools next to the properties. Yep. This is also something that we'll look at right away. So let's go eat some burgers because today we're closing in Milagro. Milagro is actually 1.2 miles away. It's so close. And it's a closing day today. We're gonna go there and celebrate our acquisition. We're gonna be able to keep those properties here really close together. We're gonna share staff so we can save some money for everybody. And so it's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be awesome. I'm excited. Let's do it. Hope you're one of our investors. Let's go.